So this is a Tucson driver's side. So when you have your old one, you're going to want to pull it out with a pair of pliers. This is very important. You're going to watch this. When I pull it out, it turns. It's at 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock right here. So what you want to do, you want to pull your cable off like this Tucson. The top cable goes to the bottom part of the spool. You're going to undo it. You're going to grab your new one. And if you mark yours where it needs to go on each side, if you start having trouble with it, it makes it where it's easier, and you keep yourself from having to go back and forth. So anything to make the process easier, less frustrating, you want to be patient when you do this. So now we're back into the process that we're going to do it in reverse. We're going to install it. So we're at 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock. The regulator feet are in the positions where you pulled off the glass. Now this is an important step, just like the instructions say. You want to flip this around and you want to look to see if the triangle guide is open. Unlike mine, and almost every single time the top one will pop out. You need to put it in, and there's two of them. And once you do that, flip it back over, and you're going to take your thumb, your index finger, or your thumb and your middle finger. And what you end up doing is you turn it. And when you're turning this, you're actually pushing this underneath. If you don't put your fingers here while you're turning it, what's going to happen is it's going to keep popping off. This is a common problem with people who don't do it all the time because they're not experienced in understanding that these have to be snug enough for the window not to have window bounce. So that's why practicing with your old one before you use mine is probably a good idea, so you know that it twists correctly. Because I could actually do it the other way. I could do it this way, which would mean that they would overlap. So Tucson, driver's side, front, we're going to twist to the right, towards the speaker. And that has the drive for where when the motor goes. So when you turn it, you use that finger to push it underneath. And you're going to pop it in, just like so. Now, you could use a screwdriver, like I said. The screwdriver would go in here when you would go turn it. And then you use it to push it in and get it snug. One thing you should always do before putting the motor back on, flip it over. Make sure these are aligned in their appropriate grooves. If one is overlapping for some reason, just keep your hand underneath, your left hand, what I like to do, and you move this up and down. And that will make sure it pops into the correct groove, and you're all set.